Hello, everyone, and welcome to the first broadcast of KMR version 2. Ladies and gentlemen, we want to welcome you to the new chapter in the KMR storybooks. Last week, the unfortunate news shocked the entire league as league owner Sam Cook 2728785 decided to step away from racing and the league. It was shocking. The news sent shockwaves throughout the league. Many people were left with their mouths wide open, wondering what was going to happen to the league and what was going to happen to KMR in general. Last week, the league also heard of Fractured Chain 5, the four-time Cup champion who holds the most wins in the modern era and holds a tie for the most wins in a season at 14. Fractured Chain also announced he was going to step away from the console side of KMR. We do believe once this league goes to iRacing in the future that Fractured Chain will be a part of that. However, with Cookie stepping away, many questions were left to be answered as to whether or not the league would continue. The league would just disappear. No one knew. No one knew what was happened. No one knew what was going on. No one knew what was going to happen in the future. A lot of us didn't know at the time if KMR would even exist for the next race weekend after incidents that have occurred in the past. KMR was just left up in the air. However, I am very happy to announce that KMR is not going anywhere. KMR is going to stick around for some time to come. That is the plan. So, let's get all that sad news out of the way and would like to welcome you guys to KMR version 2. This is KMR, but there's a little bit of twists and turns in it. I am proud to announce that I will be the league commissioner of KMR. A lot of people refer to me as the league owner. I don't really consider myself the league owner. Sam Cook is the league owner. He is the founder and the owner. I am just here to run it. And whether or not he comes back is completely up in the air. But until he either comes back or until you know that we're all just burnt out, I have taken responsibility to run this league and make sure that we all have fun out on the racetrack as we did under Cookie's leadership. What Cookie did was irreplaceable. I am not trying to one up him. What he did in KMR and all those years of hard work is mind-boggling. As a driver that has been in the league since KMR went to NASCAR 14, a time it wasn't even called KMR, wasn't even considered KMR. It was just called Cookie's Racing League. It was an informal name, and that's what we all referred it to. And then the website was there to kind of keep us up to date, so we all had that neutral ground of where we could all find the standings, the rules, and at that time we could ask some questions and he would respond via reply boxes in the website. But again, I don't want this to seem like I'm trying to one-up Cookie. That is not the case. I just would like to continue KMR for him. And in doing so, we are going to be using the hashtag #DoItForCook. It is sad and heartbreaking to see him go, but we do look forward to what this league has to offer in the future, what KMR V2 um, can bring to the table. And we hope that we can make Cookie proud in the process. We hope that he will see this and realize that we all care about his league. We all care about his work. That is the main goal for KMR version 2. It is not a separate league. It is not its own. There will be no rebranding. KMR version 2 might be the name of this league forever. That might be what it's called. Who knows? We might change it where there's still KMR in the name. No one knows what the deal is with that. But as of right now, KMR version 2 is the new name for this league. And there are so many things to come along with KMR V2. Cookie announced last week as well that the Gaming Riff website will no longer be the website for KMR. It is going to expire. It is still up at this moment. At the time of this broadcast, thegamingriff.com is still active. You can go on and see his last updates, which was the X Series points. Those have been updated, and the stats and all that for the X Series has been updated. That is it. That will be the final updates for the Gaming Riff. Everything you see on there is what is going to be on there until the website eventually just expires. So now that we got the news out to people, Cookie will be doing a broadcast to announce all of this in a more in-depth discussion and in more informative than what I'm giving. I'm just kind of giving the baseline of what's going on. That is not the purpose of this broadcast. But I just wanted to kind of share that information along and kind of pass it along to you guys. But please be sure to tune in to Twitch Monster 27 for that broadcast whenever it may be. There is no specific date or time. It just will happen when Cookie feels like it needs to happen and when he feels he has the time to do that. So again, please tune in to him, show him support, give him all the love you can. I would not be here with this broadcast talking about KMR V2 if it wasn't for him. If Cookie didn't make this league, I would not be here. I would not have made some of the friends that I did online on Xbox. I would not have been able to find a good league that I could race and get better. So again, Cookie, we do thank you for all the work that you did and all the work and all the time that you put into this league. And making sure it ran smoothly and making sure that everybody had fun and that it was fair and competitive. This league will forever hold a special place in my heart, and you will always be a friend to me. I'm glad that I was able to come back for a period of time and still cherish some of those memories and make some new ones along the way. But none of this could ever have happened without you. And from everybody at KMR V2, and everybody that has raced in your league, we say thank you. Thank you for giving us something to do on the weekends. Thank you for allowing us to express our talents out on the racetrack. And you will be missed, and it will be a little different without you in here. But we look to continue your legacy and continue what you started, so that your work does not mean nothing, so that your work actually means something. So again, from everybody at KMR, we thank you, Sam Cook, and we look forward to seeing what the future holds for you, your family, your wife, your son, and everybody that has gone through this league. You were the creator, and we thank you. All right, moving on, we're going to talk about KMR V2. There is a new website. I explained earlier that the gamingriff.com has gone away or will be in the process of going away. we do not have access to the website, so we were unable to use it. And Cookie did express that if we wanted to continue this league, that we weren't able to use that website anymore. So a new website was created. A new website is up. Please go check it out. It is www.kmrversion2.net. That is the new official website for KMR. I'm going to repeat the URL one more time. Please check out everything KMR over there. All news, the rules, anything about the Cup Series, the Xfinity Series, and the Truck Series, as well as the all-time stats page. Please check it out and let me know if you would like to join us on this journey in Chapter 2 of the KMR Storybooks. But kind of want to go over some quick updates and announcements that are also on the website. They're posted on there. You guys can go check those out. So since we're in this transition and rebuilding process, KMR is basically going to do a restart, which means all the races that we had done before this transition occurred don't count. They were basically for practice. So what we're going to do is act like it's a new season. So what that means is this Sunday, August 1st, will be the Cup qualifiers. Now, for those of you that have raced in KMR before, the Cup qualifiers was a one race, 13% race distance, and strict cautions. These qualifiers are going to be a little bit different. So here's how the format is going to work. So it will consist of 9 races, and drivers will be split up into 2 groups. So each group will run 4 races. So Group A, again, this is all on the website. So if I'm not making any sense, or I'm not really kind of being a little bit confusing, please head on over to the website to kind of get the visual of what I'm explaining. It will make things a little bit easier for you, and you kind of will understand a little bit better as to how this qualifier is going to work, and how you could eventually secure a spot in the KMR Cup Series. So all drivers will be split up into 2 groups, Group A and Group B. Group A will run races 1 through 4. Group B will run races 5 through 8. So again, Group A will run Richmond, Watkins Glen, Texas, and Daytona. I want to remind everybody it is 7% race distance for each of the groups with relaxed in-game cautions. The reason it is relaxed is so we do not have drivers purposefully spinning out to get a caution so they can catch back up. This will allow for potentially some green flag runs, and maybe a little bit more action out on the racetrack. So each group will have 4 races. If you win one of those 4 races in your group, you will transfer into the Cup Series. You are done racing for the qualifier. You do not have to worry about anything else. However, if you don't win any of the 4 races within your group, again, I said at the beginning, there are 9 races. The final race will be the last chance race. So how that will work is after each group has finished their 4 races, the remaining drivers from Group A and Group B will then load into one lobby all together, and we are going to run one more race to determine the final spots for the Cup Series. The top 8 from the last chance race will advance to the Cup Series. So right now we have 20 drivers that are registered for the Cup Series. There are only 16 spots available. 4 drivers will become reserves or hot seats. Um, so, again, quick recap. Group A runs Richmond, Watkins Glen, Texas, Daytona. Group B will run Atlanta, Watkins Glen, Talladega, and Bristol. So different schedules for each group. So kind of just prepare for which group you might be put into. We will get in a moment. I'm going to talk about the roster, um, the random roster draw that will occur for the qualifiers. So right now, no one knows what group they're going to be in. Um, so it's all randomized, and we will post that on the website when that roster is complete. And then the final last chance race is at Indianapolis. So the 2.5 mile Indianapolis Motor Speedway will be the final race to determine the last 8 spots for the qualifiers. So please just keep that in mind, that we will be qualifying. If you don't make it into the Cup Series, that is okay. You can either become a reserve driver. You could run in the X Series. You could run in the X Series and be a reserve driver. There are multiple options for you in the future. So again, please check out the website, kmrversion2.net, and check it out. Also, guys, the chat is open, so feel free to ask questions in the chat while I explain all of the news and updates going on throughout the new league. So again, just please ask as many questions as you want. I'll try and answer them on the broadcast as we go along. So that's kind of where the Cup Series is at. So following this weekend, next weekend, August 8th, which is for so I'm sorry, excuse me, Sunday, August 9th. So that not this Sunday, but next Sunday will be the KMR dash races at Daytona. So basically the dual races for the 500 to determine your starting position the next week for the 500. And the way this works is any driver can qualify for the Daytona 500, whether you made the qualifier or not. You can come in here and race your way into the 500. I will get to more on that later on this week, or later on next week, for the KMR V2 Speed Report, which will be every Wednesday at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Time. So again, I'll remind everybody all the schedules. This will all be on the website. Any new information that isn't there as of yet will be up there after this broadcast has concluded. So just kind of a recap of what we're expecting this weekend. Saturday, August 1st at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Time will be the KMR qualifier roster selection. Again, that is a random draw. It may be broadcasted, it may not. If not, the final rosters will be posted on the website, so you know what group you are running for Sunday. Then the following day at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time, the Cup qualifier races. This is a please be aware that if you miss a race, you can come into the next one. So just be aware of that. But before I get any further, I forgot to mention at the beginning, there are a couple of time changes that are very significant. So should have done this at the beginning, but again, I'm new, so please forgive me. But please keep in mind the Cup qualifier for this Sunday has been shifted back. So instead of running at 5 p.m. Eastern Time, we have shifted it back to 7:30 p.m. Eastern. Again, this is on the website. Please be aware and please spread the word. Okay, so again, the qualifier races are going to be a little bit different time. This is not going to be the time for the whole season, just this weekend. So again, the KMR qualifier races will be at 7:30 p.m., not 5. And will be ran on NASCAR Heat 4. So again, check out the league. We do run NASCAR Heat 4. Potentially updates and changes might come after this season, but again, we're not there yet. So after Sunday, we will go to Monday on the 3rd, Monday, August 3rd at 9 p.m. Eastern Time we are going to do a KMR team roster draft. So for those of you that have raced in KMR before, if you made the Cup Series, you got to try and find a team and kind of be on the team that you want. Here's what's going to be a little bit different. So that we're going to do a randomized draw for the teams. This might just be this season, but it's kind of an experiment. If it works, we might continue it. If it doesn't, we're going to transfer back to the old methods. So basically, what we hope this eliminates is stacked teams. So we don't want all the good guys getting on one team and all of a sudden that team is dominant, no one can beat them. We kind of want to mix them up a little bit so that way a bunch of other teams get an equal amount of points per race, so that way that team battle is not one-sided, it's pretty even throughout the field. So again, that is Monday, 9 p.m. Eastern Time. The team owners will get to choose drivers. So please be aware that once you are picked by a team owner, you can discuss contract options. If all the options you guys discuss do not work out, and you two are not interested in signing for each team, please message me. Please message me privately. We can go into a party, discuss it out, and if the driver or the owner cannot come to an agreement, we will switch. The driver will switch, and we'll look for a new home, and we will make switches around. So just please be aware of that. So again, once you are picked to a team, each team can discuss their own car numbers. You can figure out who's going to race where. You can figure out contract options. Please message me or let me know all of the details. Again, as league commissioner, this is kind of a new role for me, so I'm just kind of going to try and get as much information as I possibly can so that way this league will run smoothly. So please, once you have finalized your team captains, your numbers, your contracts, message me. Please let me know all of that, and we will, and I will finalize it and confirm it, and we can have a good season. If you don't confirm your teams, if you don't confirm the contracts, if you don't confirm numbers, then it's going to be a little bit difficult for me to kind of understand what's going on. And then eventually, if it gets too confusing where no one has numbers and no one has contracts, those drivers will not race until they get the matter resolved. So please just kind of keep in mind what is going on with that. So again, Monday, August 3rd, 9 p.m. Eastern Time, the KMR team roster draft. If you missed, for those of you just joining, if you missed that segment, rewind it back and kind of get an understanding. Again, this is all on the website. This will all be on the official website, KMRversion2.net, the now official website of KMR. And then on the website, for next Wednesday, we're going to do the KMR V2 speed report. That will happen every Wednesday around 9:30 to 10, somewhere in that area, maybe a little bit later. It depends on really how I'm feeling that day and whether or not I want to broadcast or not. So please just kind of keep that in mind. The times will vary, but the time frame that should happen for the first couple of ones will be between 9:30 and 10:30 p.m. Eastern Time, and we will discuss everything that has happened in the league and everything that we look forward and everything coming up. Again, you can all check out all the upcoming events in the news section on the new website. So following the speed report next Wednesday, we're going to have the KMR Dash races on August 9th. Those will be at normal Cup time, 5 p.m. Eastern Time. Those will be the normal 5 p.m. Cup time. So please be aware that this weekend's qualifier races are just a one-off at 7:30. Everything else will potentially be run at 5 o'clock. If changes need to be put in place, they will be put in place in advance, not the day of or the day before, but at least 2 days in advance, if not sooner, if not earlier. So all the drivers can understand and kind of figure out their schedules so that way they are available to race and not have any conflicts. Again, if you have conflicts, just let me know that you can't race. If you're a team owner, try and find a sub. Again, if not, if no one can find a sub, the reserve drivers will be called up and they will race for a specific team, and they could earn their own points. So just kind of keep in mind on that. So that is all of the upcoming events on the website. So again, I want to thank all of the 5 viewers for tuning in to the first ever KMR version 2 broadcast. I know it's going to take a little bit getting used to hearing my voice as the main broadcast guy, as the main guy for all the speed reports and stuff in the future. Again, it's a difficult transition for all of us. So we're all going to try and get used to the new league, the new positions, the new leadership roles, and the new drivers coming in. There's going to be a lot of different drivers, I feel, for the next couple of seasons that will come in that probably wouldn't have come in before. So it's always good to get that new exposure, always good to see what talent there is out there in the world, and we can all come together and race out on the racetrack. So now we're done talking about the Cup Series. We're going to move on to the X Series. And we'll get back to the Cup Series in a minute, but let's talk about the X Series. The X Series is open signups. So again, if you want to race in KMR, the X Series is the lower tier series, which means it is the open signup series. So again, if you want to race in the Xfinity Series, please let me know. For this season, you can just put on a team. We're not going to do that whole random draft thing for the X Series or the Truck Series. When that comes into play, you can just give me your number, give me your team, and you can run the X Series. All the drivers in the X Series will not own their team permanently. They will own their team only for the season they run. If you win the championship, you can run to defend your title, and you can do that as many times as you want. Or as many times as you can defend your title, you can race in the lower series. Once you are done in the X Series, you no longer own that team. The only way to own teams in all 3 series is if you own one in the Cup Series and you race and unlock and have full ownership of that team. So a little bit different rules for that stage. You only need to run 2 seasons if you have a 4-car team. Let's say you run Hendrick Motorsports, you're going to run all 4 cars. Previously, it would take 4 seasons to get full 100% ownership of that team. This time around, it's different. If you have a 1-car team or a 2-car team, it will take you a season, 1 full season. The only difference is you have to race every single race. If you miss one race, it will be considered an incomplete season, and that ownership will go away. You will not get credit for that season if you miss at least one race. You have to race every single race. To get that ownership for the one season. That rule might change. Again, it sounds very aggressive, and I took a quick pause right there thinking that sounds pretty aggressive as well. That is probably going to change, but as of right now, you have to race every single weekend to get full ownership of your team for one season, for 2 cars. If you run 4 cars, you must run if you want to get 4 cars, you must run 2 seasons, 2 full seasons to get full ownership of your team and be able to unlock teams in the lower series. Again, the reason this is pretty strict is because it will take you half the amount of time to own a full team than it would in last season. So that would take 4 seasons, which means you could miss a couple of races and you could have full ownership. This is a little bit different. So it's kind of, a little bit more strict. That way people just run maybe 3 races, and then they'll come up to me and say they have full ownership of this team. That is not correct. The goal is that you don't cheat your way out of this and all of a sudden you're the owner of a team. The goal is that you work for it. The goal is that you earn it and you show that you are consistent enough to show up every weekend, to be responsible enough to own a team. So just keep in mind the rules on that. The team rules in the website will be adjusted with what I just explained. So again, please check the website. It will be updated within the next couple of days for that. So that is going on with the X Series. There is a max of 14 drivers. Only 14 spots are open in the X Series. That leaves two officials will be in the series. Either 2 officials or me or myself. So it'll be either myself and someone else to officiate the X Series. Again, the X Series still has a couple of weeks left before its season will start. So still things are going to be finalized. This is kind of the baseline for where we want things to go. So that is pretty much all the things about the X Series. Again, if you are interested in running the X Series, please message me a number and we can get you set up and you can run in the X Series. If the X Series is not full, if we only have 8, maybe 6 to 8 full-time X Series drivers, I will make the executive decision as to whether or not to let some Cup drivers in the X Series to race full. They can do double duty each and every week. The only exceptions, or I'm sorry, not the only exceptions. That's the wrong choice of words, people. I apologize. The only Cup drivers that will be allowed to race in the X Series full-time and do double duty will be, quote-unquote, the lower tier Cup guys. What I mean by that is it sounds kind of rude. I know it sounds kind of rude, but it's just some of the X Series guys that are trying to get up to speed in the Cup Series. It's maybe Cup guys that still need a little bit of more practice. They've got it, but there's maybe a little bit of things they could work on. They could run in the X Series full time, get that extra practice, get that extra seat time, come in the Cup Series, and then show us how it's done. Again, it's totally up to the driver if they want to do double duty, and run both the X and Cup Series. Again, it's not to so say a Cup driver is running both series. It should not be embarrassing to them. It should actually be an advantage because they get the extra practice time. A lot of the X Series races, the Cup cars will race either the same weekend or close together or just in the same season. So again, getting that extra practice, getting that extra lap times, getting the extra laps could be beneficial for some of the Cup guys that come in here and they're just struggling and they're not really having fun. They could go the X Series, they could be contending for that championship, and then their confidence will go up and they'll be able to get better finishes in the Cup Series. So that's kind of what is going on with the X Series. That is kind of what is going on with Cup guys in the X Series. So once again, want to thank all of the 6 viewers for tuning in. We appreciate you guys tuning into the first ever broadcast of KMR version 2. Again, the chat is open. I will check the chat a little bit. So what's up, Golden Dragon? How you doing? Well, dang, don't know what you mean by the hashtag, but what's up, man? How you doing? Welcome to the broadcast. Stark Weather wants the 27 in the Xfinity Series. Please message me privately. I think you already did that, so I'll get to you at the conclusion of this broadcast, but you got it. Appreciate it. Just a reminder, this isn't to call out anybody. If you have numbers or you want to pick cars or teams or you have questions about the league, message me privately and we can get into a party and discuss it. Again, over text or over comments or whatever, the points can kind of get misleading, and I really don't want to sit there and text. It's a little bit slower. So again, if you guys want to get my attention, message me. We can have a conversation. We can figure out a time to schedule and get in a party and discuss it, and get everything sorted out that way, as quickly and as efficiently as possible. Because again, I feel like texting could be good for those quick things, but talking it out could be a little bit better because you can kind of understand the points and understand, and get that a little bit done quicker. So that is all I gotta say on that. Now, here is something that's a little bit confusing for a lot of people that have tuned in to the new website. And I'm going to switch over to it right now. The Truck Series. This is kind of a hot topic for weird reasons. So as you know, in Cookie's chapter of this KMR story, the Truck Series, they ran 3 series. They ran the KMR Cup Series, the X Series, and the Truck Series. The Truck Series, for the first chapter, was the open sign-up series, and was available. So a lot of the drivers in the Truck Series also raced in the X Series, and potentially, some of them even raced in the Cup Series. An example would be K-Dog. K-Dog ran in the Truck Series. He worked his way pretty quickly because he got called up pretty quickly and was subbing to the Cup Series. So again, that's how the system works. Usually you'll come into KMR, you'll start on the Truck Series, you'll work your way to the X Series, and then you'll work your way to the Cup Series, and then you'll stay in Cup for the rest of your career. So here's the big storyline with the Truck Series. Sorry, I'm taking a little bit of water because, dude, it's just, my throat is just saying, why do you keep talking? Stop talking. You're torturing me and all that. But anyway, sorry for the cringy jokes. I'm trying to create some content. But anyway, so before Cookie's transition, the Cup Series, the league ran 3 series. The Truck Series eventually was shut down for official reasons. The KMR officials decided to shut down the Truck Series and just run 2 series. That is still going to happen. We are going to run the X and the Cup Series only for now. Just to kind of get things underway, we can kind of get things sorted out. If the X Series fills up pretty quickly, quicker than I expect, then we'll think of something. But as of right now, the Truck Series is inactive on the website, and this is where the confusion pops in. On the website, if you go to the website, there is a tab that says Truck Series. However, if you click it, you will notice there is no schedule, there is no roster, there will be no roster. It doesn't even say KMR Cup schedule. What it says is the series is inactive. On the welcome page, when you load into the website, it will say the Truck Series is in development, which is correct. So again, we don't want to run the Truck Series if we don't have to. We don't want to open it, and then all of a sudden we get a bunch of Cup guys running trucks, and it's just stupid. So we want the trucks to be kind of the development league, to kind of be the series where the new guys can come in and then race with each other and learn from each other and get better with each other, rather than just getting their doors blown off by a Cup guy who's been in here for 40 seasons. So again, on the website, all over the page of the Truck Series page, it says the series is inactive until further notice. I will make an update. There will be an update in the news section as to when the Truck Series will return, so you guys will know when the Truck Series returns. As of right now, we are just going to focus on the X and Cup Series. So I hope this kind of clears up some of the confusion. A lot of people, when the website was first released, people went in there, checked out all the series, and then came back to me and said, well, you didn't finish the Truck Series page. And I said, did you read the asterisks? And they're like, no. So please read everything. Please read all the fine print. Read all the words, all the notes in italics. They're really important. So so just please be aware of that. Um, so that is about it. For those of you that have any questions, here on the stream, we can kind of have a quick little Q&A session real fast, and then we will end this stream. So again, we want to thank everybody for tuning in. We want to thank all the 7 viewers for tuning in here to the KMR V2 updates and announcements broadcast. This is my first one, and it's a big change for everybody, especially me. I used to be just a driver, and now I'm the league commissioner of a huge and successful league. This league has a lot of success underneath its belt, and I look forward to continuing that. So we have a couple of minutes left. So again, if anybody in the chat want to thank once again all of the 7 viewers for tuning in. This is the highest views count we've gotten today. If you guys have any questions, I'll do my best to answer them. But again, everything is kind of on the website, so please check that out, review that, message me any questions. You can also find my email on the website as well. It's the mail link. I don't think it works, but if you want the email address, it's dunkerwiz@gmail.com. If you want to personally message me any questions, if you think I'm not on Xbox, I will check the email. I will check the Xbox app. I do get notifications for each of those, so please just be aware there are multiple ways to reach me. You can also message me on my YouTube channel. You can go follow my Twitter. Please go follow my Twitter. There'll be some updates as well as there. As you can also message me and I can respond. So there's a whole bunch of ways to get in contact with me. So there really shouldn't. I hope that we can have a good season and have a good next chapter in this story. It's going to be a lot of fun for us. I'm looking forward to all the fun. I'm looking forward to all the new people and all the new drivers that I will get to meet, hopefully over the next of this season and next season and the season after that, as this new chapter begins. We look forward to all the challenges that lie ahead, to all the competitions that we all the challenges that lie ahead, and that we can get through them, and we can get through them together, and we can enjoy all the competitiveness and all the fun and laughs that we would have in a party out on the racetrack. So again, that's going to do it here for this broadcast. It doesn't seem like we have any questions. Again, if you have a question, you just can't think of it yet, or you don't feel like responding in the chat, that's perfectly fine. Please just message me. We can talk about it in a party. We can have a quick conversation, and I can try and answer it the best I can. Again, here is the link for the broadcast, or for the website, if you are interested. So please click that link, bookmark it, save it. It will be updated a lot. There's a lot of league information up on the website, so please check it out. And again, let me know what you think about the website. Again, I'm always looking for feedback. So if you think there's something, we could improve, think there's something that's not really working all right, I'd love to hear the feedback from the community. So please let me know after you check out the website. One more thing I forgot to mention. Please, for the qualifiers, if you are expecting to run the qualifiers this season, or on Sunday, please read some of the rules, especially the qualifier section. The qualifier, a lot of the league rules really don't apply to the qualifier, because the game itself will take care of some of those. But please read some of the rules, and especially the italic section. It will explain something that people have been known People have been known to break. They've been known to break that rule. So please just kind of be aware of that. And please kind of freshen up on the rules before we get to Sunday, just so the qualifiers can run better and everybody can have a good time. It's going to be really competitive. Some drivers aren't going to make it, and they're going to be a little bit bitter. So we want to just kind of keep everything fair. Want to make sure that everybody loses fairly, rather than having someone be cheated out of a spot. So just kind of keep that in mind. Read the rules. Make sure that you bring your A game, and we will see you on Sunday. One question we have before we sign off is from Welt Dang. He says, "What's your thoughts on the idea of running the Dirt Tour for the All-Star race next season?" That sounds pretty interesting. Whether or not we run the Dirt All-Star race, that'd be kind of interesting. We'd have to get together, have to see what happens this season, and then we can look forward to next season. But I'm always open to new ideas, new experiments for the All-Star race. Again, it's a non-points race. We're all just there to have fun, see what all the All-Stars can do. So I would not be opposed to running the dirt series. I wouldn't even be opposed to running Eldora for an All-Star race. So there's a lot of ideas we could think of. Not really there yet. So that is still in the future, but it's never too late to start planning for the future. So just always keep that in mind. And he's got one more question from Weltdang once again. He says, "Is the qualifiers the same day as the main race?" So I'm assuming I know what you mean, and the answer to that question is no. The qualifiers are this Sunday, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Each group will run their own set of 4 races, and then everybody after that will take a quick break. We'll calculate who has won a race, who hasn't, and then we will put the guys that haven't won a race into one lobby where they're going to run the last chance race, and the top 8 from the last chance race will secure the final 8 spots in the KMR Cup Series. So, again, if you mean the main race being the LCR, the last chance race, then yes, all those qualifying races will be on the same day. If you mean are the qualifiers going to be the same day as the Daytona race or the Dash races, no. So please just, again, check the website for any more information. Check the upcoming events page. Scroll down on the news page. You'll see more news, and check out the upcoming events. Again, if you have any more questions or you're a little bit confused about something, please message me and I will help you out the best that I can. So once again, I want to thank all the 5 people for tuning in, and we really do appreciate you guys supporting us. Just a reminder, since we actually have people in here, because apparently when I explained this earlier, there was no one in here yet. So I'm going to kind of say this as I did at the beginning. I'm going to say it at the end as well. We are all doing this for Cook. We're using the hashtag #DoItForCook this season. That will be in every Twitch broadcast. Will be in every YouTube broadcast. Will be on every YouTube video for this season. Potentially for KMR V2 permanently. That hasn't been decided. So yeah, we are doing this for Cook because we would not be here. I would not be here talking to you guys if it wasn't for him and all the hard work that he put into this league throughout the years. I just had someone message me earlier today saying this league was probably the most organized and professional league that he's ever seen on any NASCAR game. And that really put a smile on my face, knowing that Cookie's work is doing something, is making an impact, and making it so other people are interested in this league. There are a lot of leagues out there on any NASCAR game or any racing game that just kind of are very disorganized. No one kind of knows what's going on. The races don't seem to go very smoothly. A lot of drivers seem to get angry at other drivers very quickly. There's just a lot of things that happen in other leagues that don't happen in this league because of Cookie, because of his guidance, because of his rules. So, again, this is from myself, from all the drivers here at KMR version 2. Sam Cook, we want to thank you. We thank you for all that you've sacrificed and all that you've accomplished in creating this league and making it the platform that it is today. You have inspired all of us to be better. You have given us all the opportunity to make new friends on Xbox, friends we never thought we'd ever meet in our lives. And to be able to share the laughs, the memories, the jokes out on the racetrack was a privilege for not only myself to experience, but for a bunch of other people in this league to experience as well. I have said many times, I will never find another league where we can sit under a red flag and just talk about donuts, talk about KMR under caution, talk about brokety motors, all this stuff that just really has nothing to do with the race in general. You know, we're all focusing on a pit strategy, and then we just come out and start and break out into laughter. That just shows the true testament of our friendships, of the bonds that we have made, and it showed us that we were all comfortable, that this league gave us that comfortable environment where we could come in for a couple of hours on the weekend, just relax, be ourselves, go race, have a good time. It's all because of you. So again, Cookie, we want to thank you. We're doing this for you. We're doing this for KMR. We're doing this to continue the legacy. We're doing this to continue the history of this league. And I know for a fact when I get older and I become an adult and I kind of step away from video games and Xbox, I will remember this league. I will remember you. And I'm hoping that, we can all meet up once again with you and have a quick conversation and see how things are going. But until that day, we wish you the best of luck with your family, with your son, your wife, and just you and your personal life. You know, you don't have this league to kind of deal with anymore. It is in good hands. All of us here are working together to make this league continue to grow, and continue to honor you. So again, we thank you, and we're doing this for Cook. So ladies and gentlemen, please use the hashtag wherever you go talking about KMR, hashtag do it for Cook. We are doing it. We are do it for Cook. Do it for Cook. Whatever you do, KMR, do it for Cook. So that is going to do it here for this broadcast. Just a couple of updates and announcements. Again, if you missed it and you're just joining, please rewind this all the way back to the beginning because you can watch it over and over and over again, and catch up on any information that you might have missed. Just be aware of that. Tune in. And again, the Cup qualifiers are this Sunday, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time on NASCAR 14. Please be online, ready to go, and we'll get you in the group that you need. We'll let you know what group you're running, and then we'll get you on your way. And we wish everybody the best of luck for that. So thank you once again for tuning in. We were up to 7 viewers at one point. I want to thank all the 4 that are still sticking around. Please spread the word that this website, the KMR version 2.net website, is up and running. It is the official website of KMR version 2, and a lot of people can now be informed as to what's going on and can check out all the league updates. So thank you, and we will see you on the next Speed Report, where a big announcement will come on that Speed Report. So please tune in as we look forward to unveiling a new name for this upcoming season. So again, I want to thank all of you once again. I know I've said this probably 10 times already, but just want to say it again to make you guys roll your eyes at me. Thank you to the 4 viewers tuning in. We appreciate you guys sticking around for the new season, for the new chapter of KMR, and we appreciate your transition over and sticking with us all through the years. And this is KMR.